very, very jealous of those individuals who are showing off on YouTube right now that they have Cycloneshocks. I really kind of want a Cycloneshock. I really kind of want a Cycloneshock. And I have a feeling I'm going to have to wait. And wait I must. Which is okay. I can live with it. Not really. I want a Cycloneshock. I'm ready for it. I haven't purchased a retail price blaster in months. So I figure, you know, a Cycloneshock. I'll do a Cycloneshock. Sure, why not? And then I'll be okay. I'll be fine. 3 Cycloneshocks I would like to get my hands on. 3 Cycloneshocks. 1 stock and 2 to mess with. That would be fantastic. That would be more than fantastic. But, oh well. So I actually had a few students who said, Curry, when are we going to get another Nerf video? And I said, really? We want another Nerf video? Oh dear. I say oh dear because I don't think I have anything like new that's cool. I've been on a journeyman trail so far, and I've been looking at things that other people have done online, and they say, oh hey, I just picked that up at Goodwill. Or I just picked it up at Value Village, our other local thrift store, and oh, I can try this or I can try that. So it's not like I thought I had anything nifty or new to offer, but I am in tune with my audience, and if it's another Nerf video you want, it's another Nerf video you shall receive. So I guess it's really more just an update, just to let everybody know I'm still, you know, trucking along and still making this part of what I'm going to do here in my 4th decade on this planet. So I suppose it's just a matter of going through and showing you what irons I've pulled out of the fire, which irons are in the fire, and if there are any that are going to go into the fire in the near future. So at 40 and a little out of shape and having had back surgery, I'm very much in love with the idea of something that's light, easy to use, and can hit something from a long ways away. Doesn't require me to have to do a lot of moving. And I've kind of come to the same conclusion that a fellow Nerfer south of me, very south of me, on the West Coast has come to in regards to something small, light, that can hit something from a long ways away. Haven't quite gone through and acquired all the parts to put together something that powerful yet. I'm still, you know, getting my sea legs, if you will, about me. But I did put together something that I would call like first attempt, and I'm really actually kind of happy with it for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's an old pistol blaster, and it looks like something out of my science fiction world, which I kind of like. And more importantly, when given a couche dart, it will hit something about 75 feet away pretty accurately. And I was really kind of surprised at how well it performed for as basic of an assembly that it was. So this is the thing that's out of the fire. It's your basic element with the comically oversized scope. I don't know what to do with the scope, because it's clear that when you take the scope off, it is missing something. You didn't know it was missing something on top until you put the scope on, and then you realize, oh, it looks better, it's balanced, it's got something above the barrel as well as a big chin below the barrel. So right now, the element, it got a fair amount of work a couple weekends ago. And it did really well for, again, something that I am just starting to get the hang of. So, right, you know, what do? You grease up the plunger tube, you put a little Teflon tape underneath the O-ring, and you saw off some of the parts on the inside, glue in a CPVC, half-inch coupler, get some pipe on get some tubing on the front of it, and the next thing you know, why, heaven help you, you actually get something that's got a fairly decent air seal on it too. And with a good dart, and a little bit of luck, you can hit something 75 feet away. Which I'm actually quite pleased with, because it means I don't have to run as much as some of my counterparts may have to. So really the next step with this guy, of course, is going to be, now that I have some of this in my workbox, I figure what I will do is get my hands on a appropriate sized drill bit, and I will find a way to, I will seat the brass into this guy, and then once I feel good about the barrel, I will revisit the plunger tube, and I will either find a spring or maybe a larger plunger tube. We'll find out. I think I'll start with a better spring first, though, before I do any kind of hardcore internal work. We shall see what happens. In the meantime, I picked up a Tech 2 from my local Goodwill for like $1.99. And so this is an iron in the fire. For those of you who recognize it, is indeed a Tech 2. This is a younger one. It had a barrel for streamlines and a standard air restrictor. The other ones that I have were for the larger darts that have that weird mesh air restrictor. Anyway, so this guy has been, as you can see, the plunger tube has been moved forward to extend the draw. I have no idea how many more cubic centimeters that offers, but I'm sure something will happen. Again, there's a reason why I have two of these. I would like to see if I can also do the same thing with this, make this guy a more powerful stand-off type of blaster so that I can keep spry young people away from me, because I just don't feel like running. The other irons in the fire are for my kids. I'm not necessarily big on shell integrations. I don't necessarily know if that's what I want to spend my time doing. I kind of want to play. I want to open something up. I want to cut into it. I want to glue something on. I want to improve its performance. I don't know how I feel about making, blasters that are, that look like something else. At the end of the day, I may never paint this. Although this does look like the front of a Babylon 5 destroyer, like those Agamemnon and things like that. So I may actually paint this up to make it look like a destroyer. The front end of this has that big chin on it, just like those cruisers did. So I may do something with that, I don't know. But the boys were interested in integration, and they said, you've got some fireflies, and now we have some strifes, so let's do a strife fire. And so I, today, decided, okay, I'll go ahead and do that. And I did some hacking and slashing, and so, we're in the process of putting together not only one for my older son, but also number 2 for my younger kid. And, it'll work when all is said and done. My first 2 shell integrations. Like, the nice thing about the Strife Fire and why I'm actually kind of jealous about it is it actually has an adult size stock. This actually doesn't feel bad for me. Because a lot of those stocks are kind of small. So I guess the only other thing is I'm really looking forward to Veterans Day, because Veterans Day is going to be the day that I, so Veterans Day is the day that I am going to hopefully wrap up work on the Tech 2 and both the Strifes, do filler, sand, and paint, so that I can get the 2 young ones off my tail. And then I've got one more project in the works. And I'm not quite ready to talk about it yet because I kind of want to just show it off when it's done because I think it's going to be a hoot. I think I'm going to enjoy it very much. So we'll see what happens about that. So anyway, the thing on the Nerf front is moving right along. And I think in a week I'll be able to show you the nifty little project that I'm going to get started. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment in the box. Insert catchy log-off phrase here. And we'll see you guys real soon. Bye.